She's a board game hustler, pineapple smuggler, and midnight juggler. It's the Maggie Ramble Show with your host, award-winning actress, Maggie Jenny. Sit back, relax, and be a part of the conversation as Maggie rambles with your favorite Christian actors, filmmakers, and entertainers. Who is today's special guest? Stay tuned to find out. And now, here's Maggie.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Maggie Rambles with Other People. I'm your host, Maggie Jenny. Thank you so much for joining. I know we're going to start with the question you're all just, when is she going to stop talking about the Roku and Amazon Fire Stick? The answer is, not today. Have you added the channel? Do it. It's free. It's fun. We've got all of these, and we'll have more. So, woohoo, like April, and just do it. Do it. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to sponsor the Maggie Ramble shows, we want to talk to you. So make sure that you reach out to us at maggierambles@gmail.com. Super easy, guys. Just the title at Gmail. We'll talk to you. All right, now, our guest today, I'm sure you've probably caught his mug on a few TV shows like, this little show, I don't know if you've heard of it, called The Chosen. And recently, he was actually working with Ted Danson and Holly Hunter on the new show, Mr. Mayor. Please welcome my guest today, Mr. Steve Shermett. Steve, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, totally my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we gotta start off. Okay, what's it like working with TV icons like Ted Danson and Holly Hunter on Mr. Mayor?
I was a little, I don't want to say apprehensive because I went in with a great attitude and I figured no matter how this is going to be a great day for me. Mm-hmm. But I found them to be extremely approachable, wonderful people to work with. Ted Danson went out of his way to make people feel comfortable. He was warm. He was gentlemanly. Holly is a consummate professional. I loved it. I want more. Bring me back.
Guys, you need the LA rabbi back on your show. I'm just saying this crisis is not going away. He must be there. Yeah. So this was, I believe it was episode 8. Is that correct?
Episode 9.
Episode 9 of Mr. Mayor this season. So you can go back and watch it. We have a clip, but you know what? I'm not even going to share it with you. And here's why, because I don't want you to miss the full fantasticness of it with just a wee little snippet of Mr. Steve. So go find out. So what was it like though? Did you get that feeling of like, like panic, or were you just like, nah, cool as cucumber. I'm here to work.
You know what? I went in cool as a cucumber.
That's great.
But not because I'm just Mr. Cool and Suave himself. It's because I know me and I'm a spaz. So I was talking to myself since I booked it that I was going to just go in there, calm, cool, collected, and do my job. And
I love it. Yeah. And you're so fantastic. So on Mr. Mayor, you do play a rabbi. And let's be real, you play it a few times. You know, if you know anything about Steve, he's a frequent in that type of role. And for good reason, because you actually have extensive knowledge of the Jewish religion, and you actually speak some Hebrew, and I can't imagine many people have that on their resume. I feel like that's fairly unique. Do you feel like that helped you walk into those roles pretty easily?
I would think it would. You know, when they're casting for anything, they want to get as close to real life and normal, I imagine, as they can. So I'm sure when our agent Gene says, hey, I've got a real rabbi guy for you here, mm-hmm. They probably go, ooh.
Oh, sweet. Let's bring him in. It's perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So was this your first network television show, Josh?
Yes, it was my first network show.
Is this your last?
Heck no. I don't have
coming, maybe?
Nothing booked, but I've got a huge audition this week. And, well, I'm just praying that God would decide if he wants me to have the role or not.
Yeah. So if you're watching this right now and you want to pray for my dude, Steve, you know, just throwing it out there. If it's God's will, let's make it happen. So, yeah, that would be fantastic. I would love to see that, guys. I would love to see all of my friends be on all of the things and making fantastic entertainment that honors the Lord is super fun to watch.
It is fun. I love seeing my friends on TV.
Absolutely. It's like, oh, I know them. I know them. So I'm such a geek. It's just ridiculous. So speaking of seeing you, you actually were on The Chosen. So tell me, how did that come about?
That was awesome. I knew about Dallas Jenkins from his film, The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. Mm-hmm. After I saw that movie, I said, this guy is amazing. He's going places. I want to work with him someday.
Which he jokes, Resurrection of Gavin Stone was a huge flop. But anyone who watched it has said it's actually fantastic. So I guess just not enough people knew about it, which is good, because if that was the case, The Chosen wouldn't exist, right?
Yeah. He always says it was the failure of that led to The Chosen. But I saw it. I knew it for what it was. It was fabulous filmmaking, faith-based. And I said, I've got to work with this guy someday. Mm-hmm. So I tracked him down on social media.
Like you do.
Like I do.
That's what social media is for, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It breaks all those barriers. I mean, how else can you get in touch with Hollywood insiders? People love connecting with their fans and their friends. And so, long story short, I said, hey, now this is before The Chosen, of course. Right. But when The Chosen concept became public, I was like, dude, you got to give me an audition for this, right? Mm-hmm. Of course you'll get an audition. So I auditioned and landed a role. It's nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we actually have a little clip of you from The Chosen. Let's take a look.
He told tax collectors and soldiers not to extort money or collect more than they're authorized to.
They were present as he said this?
Yes. And he told the commoners to share food and clothing with those who have none.
He's preaching a populist message.
In Jerusalem?
And yet it is you.
Would you like to come in?
Oh, you got the accent and everything. Look at you.
Yeah, when I heard The Chosen was coming, I actually went and hired myself a dialect coach.
Did you really?
And I learned how to speak in a Middle Eastern dialect.
Wow, that's incredible. And that is a fantastic skill. I'm sure will serve you well, since you already speak some of the language and, you have no shortage of experience. So that's fantastic. Will we see any more of you maybe in season 2?
Well, I'm not in season 2.
Okay.
But there's 7, 8 seasons coming, and I'm hopeful that I'll be coming back. We'll see.
What was it like on the set of The Chosen?
Oh, that was an amazing experience. Even though Mr. Mayor was my first network experience, The Chosen was my first big production experience. Mm-hmm. And I was on cloud 9, and everything was a new experience, and I was just gobbling it up. And I loved it. The set was wonderful. The people were wonderful. Nobody was uptight. Nobody was weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing was just great experience from start to finish.
Very family-esque.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Any stories like you want to share with us,
Yeah.
There's a lot of Chosen fanatics, and they want a little behind-the-scene action.
Well, I had this embarrassing, horrible moment.
Those are the best kinds.
It could have totally ruined my day. And so what happened? We do makeup, we do more wardrobe, we do dialect, we get ready to get on set. Eric Avari, who plays Nicodemus, pulled us all together to run lines together, which doesn't always happen. Right. And we ran our lines, and our stand-ins were there for the camera setup. It's a big production.
Right.
Then he calls us over, shows us our marks, our spots, and says, we're going to do a rehearsal run. Okay. And action. And everybody's doing their part, doing their lines, and all of a sudden it goes dead. And I hear Dallas say, Steve, that's you?
Oh, that's me. Huh?
And I was like, I owned the moment, Maggie. I said, I know, I'm just nervous. I'll be fine. Let me just get it out once and everything will be fine. But inside, my heart was going boom, boom,
yep.
boom.
And you're like, oh no,
yes.
That happened out loud.
Exactly. Don't let that happen again. So we did inside. So we did it, and we did take after take after take after take. I'm in my groove. Everything's going again, good. And then somewhere around take 30, I'm like, line.
Oh, because, It's not like you've said it a handful of times or something like that. Like it should be in there by take 30.
Yeah.
No.
Brain dead.
Little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Eat some snacks.
So Dallas comes over and says, Steve, let me talk to you for a minute.
Rabbi trails.
Yeah, that's funny. I was looking at that. So Dallas takes me aside and he says, you're doing a really good job. And everybody knows it's hard when you just have a line or two. It's hardest. I'm not just saying that. Everybody knows it. You're doing a good job. Don't worry about it. And then we start up again.
That was very sweet and very generous because in a big production like that, he's pulled in 100 different directions. So that's very kind. It goes to speak to his character.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I tell you what, that didn't happen in episode 8.
Mr. Mayor, I knew all those lines.
I'm going to be so ready.
If I do that on Mr. Mayor, I'm never coming back.
Right?
We got to make this LA Rabbi a recurring role.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, that's fantastic. So The Chosen, it shoots in Texas, right?
Yeah, most of it. A lot of season 2 is filmed in Utah.
Okay.
But most of season 1 and lots of season 2 is filmed in Texas. And since then, they've purchased their own land and they're building their own studio.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So was it like, let's be real, Texas is like the face of the sun in the summer. Was it like really hot? Because there's so much robes and things.
No, in the morning, it was actually really cold.
Really?
Yeah. And then as the day progressed, it got a little uncomfortably warm.
I don't know what these hot dogs are. Did they have hot dogs?
Oh, that's Jason. You got to be from Arizona to know what a Sonoran hot dog is. They don't have them anywhere else, but they're amazing.
Are they?
Jason, I haven't had one since I left Arizona.
So the message is, Jason, go ahead and box one up with some dry ice or something and ship it over to Steve because apparently he needs one. And
hey, while we're shipping stuff, I'll go for some Giordano's pizza from Chicago too.
Just a little something. Just pop it in the box. No big deal. This is not ask for whatever you want day, Steve. Come on. That's next week. Get it together. Well, that's great. So it was fantastic time then, and it was a really generous set, and it wasn't 1,000,000 degrees out because let's be real, I don't know how other people are, but when I get hot, I turn like bright red. And I can't imagine that would make filming super easy. So I'm glad it wasn't like a sweat box all up in there.
Makeup or wardrobe came over to me in the daytime and said, "Are you okay? You're in the sun." The question was, "Do you need sunscreen? Is it okay?"
Oh. And
I was like, "No, I know me. I'll be fine. I won't get red." And they're like, "Okay, you know your skin better than we do."
You did.
Yeah. I spent most of my life in Arizona, several years in Florida. Couple hours in Texas and gonna do squat.
Apparently it might though. It's all fun and games till day 2 and they're like, you were not this color yesterday, sir. We have photos.
It was good. It was all good.
It's fine. Okay, so you have been a rabbi several times and you do it so well, but guys, we can't typecast the Steve. We can't. He does other things. Like sometimes he's a cowboy. In fact, we have a trailer from that. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm intrigued, but I have no idea what it's about based on that trailer. So what is happening with Righteous 12? What's going on? What's the story?
Well, it is a teaser trailer.
Okay,
so
I'm teased.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on. The official trailer should be coming out soon because we are hitting select theaters the weekend of July 4th.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you celebrate your Independence Day with a little Western all up in there.
Yes.
So what was that like? I mean, was that your first time playing a cowboy? Is this another one of your little I do this all the time things?
No, that was my first.
Specific. You're a cowboy. You're a rabbi. Sometimes we just want to see Steve be Steve.
I did a cop too. I played a
Oh.
border patrol agent in one of the films.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So, but tell me about Righteous 12. Who are you in the movie?
In the Righteous 12, I'm pretty much a gunslinging preacher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Don't mess with him.
I connect with a bunch of desperados, try to bring them the gospel.
You'll meet Jesus one way or the other. Just saying. You know?
It was a fun movie to make, let me tell you.
That's fantastic. So July 4th, it'll be in select theaters. How can we find out where it's filmed? Where it is airing, and if it's near us, and how do we watch it? How do we find it?
Well, follow me on social media, and all that information that comes out, I will be posting it. And also AvondalePictures.com. That's the company that made it, AvondalePictures.com. You can sign up on their free email list for updates.
Perfect. So if you like a good Western, July 4th, Steve got you covered. Go check it out. That's awesome. So I also hear that you're a rabbi, you're a cowboy, you're a cop. You're actually in real life a second-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. So like you got a little something up in there.
I got some moves.
So what got you into that? Have you done that your whole life? Like, why jiu-jitsu?
I just kind of fell into jiu-jitsu specifically when I don't remember how old I was. I wanted to get some exercise. I wanted to do something fun. I saw a coupon for some free karate lessons, and I went to karate to see if I would like it, and I loved it. It was a fun class, and I thought, well, if I'm going to start doing this, let me do some research and find out exactly the one that I want to take. And I thought jiu-jitsu was the most useful for self-defense, and it looked fun and exercise, so I jumped in, and like sometimes I do, I jumped in with both feet, and I really got into it, and became a black belt, and then got a second-degree black belt, and then I got old and tired, and I don't do it anymore.
Do you still compete?
No, I never competed.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Yeah, this wasn't that kind of martial art. This was the kind you're walking down the street and you get jumped kind of martial art, and how to defend yourself.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing about jiu-jitsu is it is all about using your aggressor's weight against them, which is fantastic for women. I'm just saying, find a class. It's good for you.
No question about it.
Yeah, it's great. But it's also something that I know is used a lot I have a friend who's an MMA fighter, and he's also he does jiu-jitsu, and he uses it a lot for MMA. So I was curious if you ever competed. You have some trophies, some medals.
No, never did.
No, I'm just saying, you got time.
It hurts. I'm done. I'm tired.
It hurts. It's supposed to hurt, isn't it? Like just a little?
No, actually, most of the time I get hurt because I'm working with amateurs.
Oh, and
when
they
you're
don't know
working
what
with,
they're doing.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Yep.
Cool.
It's a dangerous martial art, and you got to be careful.
If I tap, you let go. Those are the rules.
Yes.
Come on. Oh man, it's just basic, guys. Come on, uncle. I guess it's the silent uncle, isn't it? Like the.
Well, when you get older,
it hurts.
You wrap it up as a pretzel on the map. It gets harder and harder,
Yeah, but I imagine, it's a very flexible thing, and eventually it's harder to do without injury. Yeah. It's no good. It's no good. We don't like it. Guys, if you have questions for Steve, now is the time to comment them, because we have about, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, then we're going to play game time. I know it's everyone's favorite time. So if you have a question, I saw so many comments about, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk about Steve. I have seen no questions. So if you have a question, now is the time, because then I'm just going to, and you will not get to answer it.
Gigi, thank you so much. That is so sweet. An amazing actress right there, too. Yeah. She is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So Steve, okay. So here's the deal. I would like to see, I'm just going to put this out there because you made it ask for whatever you want day. I'm reversing it. Now this is what I want. I would like to see you be a jiu-jitsu man in a movie.
Right?
Jiu-jitsu man is I feel like you should start writing that. And as like the superhero, the jiu-jitsu superhero who's like, ha, bad guys, guess what? I've got you. And whatever.
Hey, I think there's room for some old guys being the heroes in movies again. I'm all for that.
First of all, why does age have to matter with bravery and superhero-ness?
That's right.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Because Marvel, you hear that? Sign me up.
That's right. If you got some Heart of Steel kind of stuff, like Batman could be 105 and still be Batman because he doesn't have any of these special gifts. It's all the cool toys. So if you know how to use the cool toys or like the jujitsu wizardry, then what does it matter, right?
I'm in. Sign me up. Write it.
Perfect. I've already got the concept. Okay, so here's the concept. We're going to. And that's a great question. We will get to that. Here's your concept. You are going to be like at a park with like your kids and your grandkids, and some hooligan comes like dashing through and tries snatching a granddaughter, and you like save the day, and they're like, "It's jujitsu." We're gonna come up with a really good nickname.
It's Rabbi Jujitsu.
It's Rabbi Man, and he like saves the day with jujitsu, and then he like saves the nation. I don't know, good jujitsu named city against evil, and he's Rabbi Man, and this is great. I hope someone's taking notes because I'm just saying, Steve's your guy. He's got
Jason put down there the renegade rabbi saves Passover.
That's perfect. All of those things. The renegade rabbi saves the day.
I have a story. I have a movie right here.
See? Okay. Well, we need to see it. Well, you better write it. I'm just saying, the people want to see these things. All right. Yeah, there you go. You could poor mayor. Poor Ted.
That would be kind of funny. I think you're right.
He's really tall. Like that's what I want to watch because he's super tall. So it would be great. I'm talking very fast and I hear it, and I'm sorry. This is why the show is named Maggie Rambles. Oh, Steve, I'm sorry.
Tell us how big your cup of coffee is.
I didn't even have coffee. That's the scary thing. All right, I'm going to calm down. Calm down, Maggie. Okay, so let's get into it. Tell me about your Jewish background, like that question.
What's to tell?
I don't know. That's the question. Tell us more about your Jewish background. That was it.
Yeah, I know.
He's got nothing, guys. That was
like, that show, The Jerk, where Steve Martin starts off saying, I was born a poor black child. I don't think it would do well in today's PC culture, but it was hilarious at the day. So I was born a Jewish child.
Oh, okay. I don't know the joke, but I'm going to say it's funny.
But Barb, who asked that question, I just saw her on the set of Pulled from Darkness in Indiana just a couple of days ago.
Oh, yes. You were a rabbi there too?
No, I played a pastor.
Okay. So how was that? Because that is a huge production, and there are so many fantastic people on that movie. How was that?
George Johnson, who's the director of that, one of the producers, was wonderful to work with. And the executive producer, Lonnie, he was amazing to work with. It was just as wonderful as being on The Chosen. Everybody was so kind and patient and smooth. Everything ran comfortably. Loved it. And it's going to be a killer movie. The story is amazing. The cast is amazing. George says he's got his dream team, cast and crew. I cannot wait to see this film.
And it's based on true story. And we won't, no spoilers, but it is based on true story. And I think that's what's crazy is because it's such an unbelievable story and it's all based in fact.
I can give you an unofficial byline without any spoilers. It's about this man had a gambling debt. So basically his wife was stolen into sex slave to pay off his debt, taken and separated from her children. And this is the story of how God works through all of that.
Wow. So not what you'd call heartwarming, but a really great testament of the Lord.
It is. And I will neither confirm nor deny if it's heartwarming.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
But you better have a box of tissues handy.
Be prepared. You've heard it here first.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to shift gears and we're going to put you on the spot with a little game time, shall we?
Time to put your thinking hats on. It's game time with Maggie. No cheating now. Maggie Rambles is not responsible for any brain damage while overthinking.
Okay, so apparently I just got a head start on today's game with my super fast talking because today's game is a brand new game called No Time to Think. Here's how it goes.
I hope you have some strong editing ready here. If I don't get to think before I talk, we're in trouble.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, so here's how you play the game. I give you a noun. You have to name 3 things within 5 seconds. So if I said shoes, you'd have to say like boots, flip-flops, sneakers, whatever. 3
So
things.
they have to be the same type.
They have to be part of that noun group. Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. So are you ready?
I am so ready.
We'll find out. Okay. Actor.
Actress, producer, casting director.
No, I mean like titles. Like if the actor is the title. So like name 3 actors.
Maggie Jenny, Steve Shermett, Gigi.
I feel like that was cheating, but it was also extremely resourceful. So good job. Okay. Airports.
Los Angeles, Fort Wayne, Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, good job. Dogs.
German Shepherd, St. Bernard, Chihuahua.
Whoa, he was on that. Okay. That one was fast. He was good. Colors.
Red, purple, green.
Oh my gosh. I got 1 finger down that time. Fruits.
Apple, orange, banana.
Oh, I'm not even gonna count. You're so fast. Cartoons.
You want me to slow down?
No, that's the whole point of the game. Quick.
Bugs Bunny, Popeye, SpongeBob.
All right. Animals.
Horse, cow, chicken.
Chicken. Sounds like dinner. Chicken. What are we having for dinner? Chicken.
Chicken.
Get in the kitchen. It's chicken time.
Favorite animal.
Countries.
United States, the former Soviet Union, and England. Great Britain.
I kind of stumped him a little. He's like, oh gosh, I got the USA and then I'm it. That's it.
That's like, I don't even know what Russia's called anymore. Is it called Russia now?
I don't know. I'm not that clever. Probably. I don't know. Drinks.
Soda, Kool-Aid, and water.
Okay. Writing utensils.
A pen, a pencil, and a quill pen.
Oh, fancy. Schmancy. It's what he uses on The Chosen.
Actually, I used one of those on a video that's coming out real soon. It's an history thing for the Park Service, the U.S. Park Service.
Oh.
And I play Father Kino, and I write with a quill pen.
Because you're fancy like that.
Because I'm fancy like that.
That's right. You little fancy schmancy. All right. Cars.
Toyota, Honda, Ford.
Shows.
Maggie rambles with other people, The Chosen, and Mr. Mayor.
Oh, good. It's the resourcefulness of this guy. I love it. All right. Desserts.
Chocolate cake, chocolate brownie, chocolate ice cream, M&Ms, Reese's Pieces, Dairy Queen Blizzard. I'll stop now.
All right. In other news, you and I can be best friends now because all those things you just listed are like my favorites of all of the things. So be advised if anyone wants to send me something to eat. That list is so. Did you just walk away? You have.
I keep that
snacks
handy
in case
at all
the show goes
times.
too long. He's got snacks. I love that. I have snacks in my drawer as well, but I'm not going to show you what they are because I don't want to share with my family. So one more. All right. One more. Music.
Rock and roll, jazz, classical.
Ooh, classical because he's fancy with his quill pen.
With my quill pen.
Fantastic. Steve, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you had a great time. I know I sure did. Guys, please make sure that you are following Steve on social media. Guys, that huge audition that comes up, maybe it'll turn into an announcement soon. Here's hoping, right? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Follow Steve all over social media, like everywhere. And share this with all of your friends and family so that they can check him out, Mr. Mayor and The Chosen and anything else he's got coming up, like Righteous 12 on July 4th. And until next time, love one another. Make it weird.